I don't have one of those fancy little Spam Musubi makers, okay? I don't have one. I'm assuming you don't have one. That's okay. We can make it by hand. Hey guys, it's Rose and welcome back to Cheap Lazy Vegan and another video. Today, you guys, I want to show you how to make vegan Spam Musubi. Oh, we're going to be just making it together. It's going to be an experience, okay? So, I don't know if you guys have ever been to Hawaii, but Spam Musubi is like a thing there, okay? So basically, it's a Hawaiian dish where I think it is a fusion of Japanese cuisine that was brought over to Hawaii, and it just kind of like, you know, became a thing in Hawaii. Now, I don't know the full history behind Spam Musubi, but I do know that you can make it vegan and it can be delicious. I'm even wearing my shirt that I got in Hawaii. Also like a little flower thing. Okay, that's a big thing in Hawaii as well. Guys, I miss going to Hawaii. Anyways, so today I want to show you guys how to travel to Hawaii in your own home and make yourself a Spam Musubi, but make it completely vegan. So I'm going to show you how to make the vegan Spam from scratch, and then we're going to make the Musubi thing together, okay? It's actually quite easy and simple. I made it a couple years ago. It's delicious. It's great to take on a picnic or just like as a really easy to go food. I took it hiking one time. That was awesome. Also, you guys, if you don't know, I am going on a really fun adventure to Vietnam in September. So I'm doing a trip with a company called Trova Trip, and we're basically doing a trip to Vietnam together. It's going to be a full-on vegan food and travel tour, and there are still some spots available. It's going to be a maximum of 20 people on this trip, and we're going to be traveling together, okay? You and I, we're going to travel together. We're going to be touring Vietnam, eating lots of different Vietnamese vegan cuisine, learning about the culture, and just having a really good time together. We can chat, we can chill, we can just hang out together. So if you guys are interested in coming on this trip, there are still some spots available. The link is going to be down below if you guys want to sign up for the trip. And yeah, I hope to see you there. I'm also going to Thailand before that, but that one's already sold out. So if you guys want to come to Vietnam with me, now's your chance to book, okay? All the info will be down below. Anyways, let's make our vegan Spam Musubi. All right, guys, so first, of course, we gotta make our vegan Spam. So I already got started on our vegan Spam. We got here, okay? It's marinating, okay? I've actually done this video before, but let me show you quickly how I made this Spam, well, at least up to this point.
To make our vegan Spam, the first thing we're going to need is a block of extra firm tofu. You want to slice up your tofu into thin rectangular pieces like so. And this part is totally optional, and I normally wouldn't do this, but because I'm making this video and I want to take photos, I'm just taking off the corners and kind of trying to round the corners to make it look a little bit more like Spam. Then into a bowl, we're going to mix together the marinade. So we're going to mix together some soy sauce or soy sauce alternative. We also want to add some maple syrup, liquid smoke, mirin, which is a Japanese sweet rice wine. And if you don't have mirin, you can use rice vinegar. I'm also going to add some garlic powder, ground ginger, and water. Then we just want to mix this well, and that's going to be our marinade. It's super simple. Then all you have to do is marinate your tofu. So I like to usually marinate the tofu about 15 minutes on one side, and then I flip it over and do another 15 minutes. But if you can do this overnight, I feel like obviously it would be even better. So yeah, that's up to you.
So that's how I made the marinade, and I've been marinating this now for, I don't know, at least an hour or so. Obviously, if you want, you can actually marinate this overnight. You can do whatever you want. So I actually moved the tofu into a bigger, kind of wider tray, so I could just lay it all out in one single file so that it would all marinate nicely. So here it is. I'm very excited. I did cut it up into little somewhat Spam-like pieces. Obviously, that part is optional. You don't have to do that, but here we go. We have two options. You could actually make this in an oven, so you could bake it, but for time's sake, I'm going to actually pan fry this, okay? So if you want to know how I bake it in the oven, I'll link my original vegan Spam video down below, but I'm just going to make it on the pan. So let's get started. So I'm heating up this pan. I'm just gonna add a bit of oil. You can add a little bit, a lot, do whatever you want, okay? Just enough. This is a non-stick pan, so we don't need too much oil. We have that, okay? And now we can add our lovely pieces of vegan Spam, okay? And here we go. I always try to make recipes where, you know, the ingredients are more accessible. So that's what I try to do, okay? So we're gonna cook this up. As you can see, we have these pieces. It looks nice and marinated, but we're gonna save this marinade, okay? Don't throw this away yet. So I like to cook it up for like, I don't know, a couple of minutes on each side. Then we're gonna flip it over. But first, yeah, we're just gonna cook it up until it starts to kind of like caramelize nicely. It starts to kind of brown up nicely. So give it a couple minutes and then we can flip it over. All right, so let's flip these over. See what it looks like, you guys. Ooh, see, it's starting to kind of, you know, look all nice and caramelized, okay? Here we go. So now what I like to do, again, we're gonna cook it for maybe a couple minutes, and then I pour the marinade on top, like the leftover marinade, and that way it's gonna become even more flavorful and delicious. All right, you guys, so it's been a couple minutes, and now I think we're ready to pour in the rest of the marinade. So we're just gonna, ooh, on top of each piece. See? Look how much marinade is left. So because the sauce is nice and sweet, it will caramelize nicely. Just be careful not to burn it. Maybe the heat, you want it to have it a little bit, maybe lower heat. Now, I call this recipe my vegan spam / smoked tofu recipe. So if you can't find yourself smoked tofu, you could also make this. You could do a lot with this recipe. It just is a nice little thing to make, to meal prep maybe in the beginning of the week, and you can use it as your protein. So we're just gonna like just let it kind of cook in this marinade, let that thicken up, and then we can actually put it all together. All right, you guys, so now that our vegan spam is pretty much finished and ready to go, we can now prepare the rice. Now, I've seen a few different recipes for this, and some people don't seem to put anything in the rice, but I'm gonna make kind of like a sushi rice by first adding in some rice vinegar and also some sugar and salt, okay? By the way, all of the measurements and everything will be in a blog post down below, so check that out. And this is very important, but you want to make sure you use a sushi rice, okay? You don't want to use any other type of rice. Use a sushi or short grain rice. Anytime you make sushi or something like this where you would want the rice to stick together, you want to make sure you use a short grain rice or sushi rice. Otherwise, it's probably not going to stick together. Set that aside, and now you need this. This is nori, aka dry seaweed, okay? Nori, we need a sheet of nori. So what I've seen is most people cut it up into threes. So you wanna cut it up into 3 pieces with your kitchen scissors. Or you can even fold it and just rip it, okay? Roughly 3 equal pieces, like so, okay? All right, you guys, so now we are ready to put it all together. So we have our sushi rice, and I don't have one of those fancy little spam musubi makers, okay? You can actually buy those where you can actually like make it into a really nice uniform rectangular shape. I don't have one. I'm assuming you don't have one. That's okay, we can make it by hand. So first thing we're gonna need is, I like to keep a little bowl of water in front of me just to dampen my hands because the sushi rice gets sticky. So the dampening of the hands will help with the stickiness. So we have that, and then I have this 1/3 cup right here, which I'm also gonna dampen. I'm assuming one will be around 1/3 cups, let's just say, okay? So let's just take about a 1/3 cup of the rice into our dampened hands, and then I'm just gonna kind of shape it. So as you can see, it's nice and sticky. So it's easy to work with in terms of like shaping it and molding it. So I'm kind of like playing around with the shape here to make it nice and slightly, like, what do you call it? Like a oval / rectangular shape almost. And then we're gonna take a piece of spam. Oh, look at that. Already it's looking pretty. And then what are we gonna do? Lay out the piece of spam thing. Then we lay out our little piece of rice. Then we just fold it over, okay? And you can either put a few pieces of rice to seal, or you can add a little bit of water. That's what I like to do. But there you go. There's number 1. Yay! All right, you guys, so I'm pretty happy with this one, but I think we can make it even better one. I almost feel like even a 1/4 cup of rice would be good. Let me try a 1/4 cup. Obviously, you don't even have to measure this. You can just kind of like eyeball it, do whatever you want, okay? Ooh, I forgot to dampen my hands. You see how sticky it gets when you don't dampen your hands, okay? Now, some of my little tofu spam pieces are smaller than others, so obviously, you know, they're gonna look different, okay? Each of them are gonna be unique in their own special way. So let's add our little spam piece, our little rice. Ooh, close it up. And also the warmth of the rice will also help seal the seaweed as well, okay? Turn it, And ooh la la, is that not a beautiful spam musubi? If I may say so myself. Look at that beauty. I'm gonna make a few more and then we can taste it because that's the most important part. Alright you guys, so here we have our beautiful vegan spam and also our beautiful vegan spam musubi. It's almost too cute to eat. What do you guys think? But we're gonna eat it anyway because that's the most important part. Let's try. It's so cute. You can play around with the amount of rice you want to add, the size of the seaweed cut, up to you. But I really like the way it turned out, so let's just try it. Cheers. Oh my god, you guys, it's so nice and flavorful, nice and salty and nice and sweet, slight smoky flavor. It is super good. I think this honestly would make such a good lunch, a little snack to bring, lovely lunch to bring on a hike, picnic. So good. Highly recommend trying this out. I think it's so much fun, and next time I might try to add like avocado pieces in here. So good. And that is how you make vegan spam musubi. Yay! Alright you guys, so I really hope you enjoyed this video. There will be a link down below to my blog post which has the recipe and all of the written ingredients and everything, so definitely check that out. Link down below. Make sure if you do try this out, give me a little 5-star review on my blog because those help me a lot. And of course, leave me a little comment down below letting me know what you think of this video. Give me a big thumbs up and of course subscribe to this channel. And you guys, don't forget to check out my trip to Vietnam. The link is down below. All the info is down below. If you guys want to come along, you can book it now, okay? But don't wait because it might get filled up. There's only 20 total spots and I think there are already 8 or 9 spots filled. So if you guys want to come to Vietnam, now is your chance to book, okay? Link is down below. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Thank you so much for watching and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!